Hey guys, we're here for round one playing a red-white deck. We won the die roll. I will play first, and we have everything we want to see. So, keeping, I do get to hold up a turn 1 Fiery Impulse. I do get to play a turn 2 creature, followed by a turn 3. So it's looking decent so far. Opponents on black will probably have Eyeblight Massacre to wreck us. I'm not going to hold on to this scout for some cute play later on. I'm going to try to get in some early damage. Maybe I can even draw out a Reave Soul. Despoiler of Souls. Good for us because it can't block. Although it does get in for a decent amount of damage over time. Cobble Brute could be good. Here, since he has a creature that can't actually block me, I'm going to play the Acolyte. And then next turn, if he plays something that dies to Impulse, I just get to jam with Acolyte. But here I get in for 2 damage. I don't think Despoiler of Souls is a very good card. We'll see. I've played it once, and its ability, you have to exile 2 creatures and pay mana. You do get instant speed, bring it back from your graveyard. But that doesn't really do anything since it can't block. It's a recurrent threat, but realistically, you're not even going to bring it back that many times in one game. I guess if you can bring it back at least 2 more times in one game, it's a pretty decent threat. But the 1 toughness means that it's trade-in for anything that blocks it. Watercourser is awkward. Oh, well, not really. So he attacks with Despoiler here, I imagine, since it can't block. If he does block Acolyte with Watercourser, I can either Fiery Impulse it or Enshroud and Mist it. Maybe just... yeah, that's fine. No, I would prefer not to block that. Let's see what we draw. Okay, Plains means we can Cobble Brute. If I attack with both, I can save whichever one he goes to kill with either of these, and then I can play Stalwart Aven. I like that. Let's get his Watercourser off. Watercourser is a pain in the butt for these kind of decks. It's just a very well-costed creature. Alright. And now I think I'm going to Impulse instead of Enshroud and Mists. And I get in for 2. And then I get to follow up with Stalwart Aven. Next turn I have Cobble Brute. I'm going to let this Despoiler hit me. Now, I'm not going to trade my Aven for that. Let's see, probably something like a Void Mage would be annoying. Read the Bones. Oh. Okay, that puts my opponent down to 14. This is not a good position for my opponent to play something like that. Now I get to renown 2 creatures, I get to play Cobble Brute, and I get to hold up Enshroud and Mists. He's taken 6 here, down to 8. I get to renown 2 creatures. And then I think my opponent's in a pretty bad spot. Let's see what he's got. Could have Unholy Hunger here. I don't think that'd be great for him. I don't think Read the Bones was quite what he wanted to play. Maybe he just didn't have anything else to play on 3. But in this kind of situation, it's not great for him. Alright, he just concedes the match there, or the game. So we'll go to round 2. Playing against, I guess, a black-white control, or black blue control deck. I will bring in Chandra's Fury. It actually kills the one creature I saw. What's not good here, I don't actually know because I didn't see much of his deck. He's playing blue, so he probably has a bunch of bounce spells, so maybe my enchantments aren't as good. I think I'll cut one grasp for the Chandra's Fury. And maybe it's just wrong to bring in Chandra's Fury if I saw one creature that dies to it, but... Oh, I also saw Water Courser, which Chandra's Fury can take care of Water Courser too if he does a pump and I have things open. But Chandra's Fury also gets in 4 damage, so I'm going to do... it looks like he's playing kind of an aggressive blue-black deck, but I don't know. I didn't really see enough of it to be able to judge. What do we have? Bunch of red cards and a bunch of white mana. I will mulligan this, unfortunately, into honestly, I think I mulligan again. I can play Construct, but it can't even attack. Sure, this actually is fine. The Magmatic Insight should help me draw some more cards. So technically this hand is Plains, Mountain, Fiery Impulse, and I'll get to draw some extra cards. Going down to 5 is a little awkward here, but we are on the draw. So we'll see if we can make it work. I will lead off with Magmatic Impulse just to recharge my hand. Discard in, I guess, a Plains. Alright, not great. Gonna probably have to Impulse whatever the first thing he plays is. Impulse does not have Spell Mastery. I can see a possible situation where I need to Enshroud and Mist his creature to get Spell Mastery on Fiery Impulse. Yeah, like I could do that now. I hate the idea of doing that. So I'm not going to yet. This could be good, but I need my lands right now. Alright, I'm hoping he pumps with Water Courser so I can Impulse it off. That's the goal right now, and then I'm looking to draw something with Charging Griffin. I haven't seen enough of my opponent's deck to know what to expect here, so I'm imagining there will be some sort of pump. And he does not pump. He just ends turn. Okay. Enthralled Victor, I cannot play, so we're just passing back, unfortunately. One more land, and I feel okay. And he passes back. He's stuck on 4, and we drew our 5-drop, of course. That means we... I mean, we drew our 2 5-drops, so that means we can't draw another 5-drop, right? We could draw a Cobble Brute, would be like the worst draw in the world here. My opponent didn't play a land last turn, so he's just on nothing but spells, which is kind of ridiculous. He's going to play something here. Or not. Free Blade is a card I can play. He has counterspells? Okay. I don't think Bone to Ash is very good against my deck, but it certainly looks good here. And it drew him a card, so it didn't cost him anything. I think I'm just going to lose this game. He's in the territory where he could just drop like a 6-drop and then I've got nothing. Or he could play that. And I'm about ready to pack this in. No. So I'm going to Enshroud and Mist here, and then Fiery Impulse his Ring Warden. Which looks dumb, but... he gets to smack me here. And this is really bad draws. I'm going to be honest, the last couple Magic Online drafts I've done, I lose frequently to very bad draws. Like, not even good. Like, I have so many 2 and 3, like 3-drop creatures in my deck. And instead I draw 5-drop, 4-drop, and then an Aura. Even lands, I mean, I need a land. He probably has more counter magic up. He just has 5 cards in hand. I feel like I can't win this game. Hey, look, there's a land. So, Enthralling Victor doesn't do anything. Well, it just takes a guy for the turn. And I guess that's okay. If I play Charging Griffin, it just dies to something. At least with Enthralling Victor, I will get some sort of value out of it. Assuming it doesn't just get countered here. Take his Water Courser. He could just pump it and fizzle the effect, so I'll take Scab. And hit him for 2. I'll offer the trade for his Water Courser. Okay, that's pretty annoying. He gets in for 6 damage here, I think. Yeah, see, Chandra's Fury would be awesome there. If I draw a land, I don't even know. Construct. I can't even play 2 things this turn. Let's see. Really, my only hope is that he pumps water. I don't even have the 5th land. So that, I'm gonna be honest, that was just bull. That was just a bunch of BS draws. Mulligan down to 5, and then nothing. Again, I feel like I can beat this deck, but if we draw poorly like that, then that's what you got. I'll take the play this time. We'll see what happens. Molten Vortex looks kind of sad when you're stuck on 3 lands. I will play first. This looks better. The Construct's not going to do anything, but we have a Griffin. We do have 4 lands, and Fiery Conclusion can kill something. I'll keep. It will need to draw cards, which hasn't been our forte. I'll bluff the Fiery Impulse here. And it looks like my opponent's just kind of a more aggressive deck. Oh, I didn't play the Construct. Well, the turn 2 Construct doesn't actually do anything more than the turn 1 Construct. Construct's not a good card for attacking. It's a decent card for blocking early. Shadows of the Past is good. It means he just gets to scry off every creature that's dying. I do like Alchemist Vial here. I'm glad I drew it. Since it means I get to take another crack at drawing. Grasp. Grasp is not going to be great right now. Shadows of the Past means that he gets a trade and it benefits him quite a bit. Okay. Land there. How do I feel about that? I feel fine about that. So if he Void Mages next turn, it doesn't really matter what I play. I think Cobble Brute is the best because I can Grasp next turn. I can also Grasp plus Alchemist File. He could just tempo me out here. Yep, he has a Void Mage. Bounces Cobble Brute, attacks for 3, I imagine. If he attacks, do I block? He chooses not to. I would attack there, make me discard a card, and you get to scry twice, or you get in for 3 damage. The options seem good. I'm wondering if I just play this Foundry or leave this Plains in my hand. For his Shaman. Now, if he just chains a bunch of Void Mages together here, I don't feel so good about it. It's possible I just wanted to play Charging Griffin. Husk. Husk can be a scary card. It also gives him, like, infinite scries. Chandra's Fury. Alright, so options. I could play Grasp on Cobble Brute. Lets me tap down, say, Deadbridge Shaman. You could block with the Husk, sack the Shaman. Disperse would be bad for me. I think I'm going to play Charging Griffin. And then look to just start attacking in the air on the following turn. It is nice that Chandra's Fury kills one of his creatures here, though. If I draw a land, I'll keep it in my hand so I can have something to discard. Jeshen Thief, another guy. Okay. Vortex. So I'm going to probably just attack with Charging Griffin. And then crack the Foundry, I think. I should probably be trying to get in for more damage there. Okay. I'm gonna look to crack this Foundry at end of turn. And there's no reason to show a Molten Vortex yet, because I don't even have a land to discard. He has 6. He has 3 in hand. He's played a land every turn, so he might. Oh, Whirler Rogue is not. Well, actually, he might just suit up his Husk here and try to get in for damage. The more creatures he clears off, the better. He probably just gets in with the Thief, though. He gets a scry for each guy. Yeah. This is good for my opponent. He gets to draw a card here. Chandra's Fury does get to clear off a bunch of his creatures, which I like. Oh, I could have Vialed there. I don't like my opponent drawing free cards. More flying threats. I like Sure. Impulse is good. Now, I think I want a Chandra's Fury. Discarding, not sure. 1, 2. Kills off 3 of his guys. It leaves him with a bunch of 2/2s, but decent cards. Whirl of Rogue's not as good when you don't have the artifacts. He gets to scry a bunch too, so he gets to search for whatever he needs. Wonder what else can I do here. I have Fiery Impulse that I can throw in the way of one of them. I would like to keep the Impulse to try and kill this though, which means I'm trying to use, let's see, if I Grasp here, I can leave up Fiery Conclusion and Alchemist File. And see what he Thopters. Let's go for the Grasp. And we probably want to grasp something, let's see. Just one of the flyers. Blue black. If he has Disperse, it doesn't matter which one. So let's go and grasp a Thopter. Alright, we'll look to attack with all the flyers here, because we're probably going to Fiery Impulse this Thopter anyway. It doesn't matter what we tap down. Let's just tap down his Husk. Three, 4, 5, 6. Put my opponent to 11. And then he gets to make a guy unblockable this turn. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. But we can make it so that the Husk can't block this, or can't even attack this turn. Probably just makes his Thief unblockable again. Shadows of the Past is going to be pretty scary, I think. Yeah, so he entered combat first, which was smart. Yep. Let's go and blow up this Thief. He gets to scry 2, though. Or, yeah, his Thief. Sacrifice Thopter. You get to do a bunch of scries. Shadows of the Past, I think, is actually a very, very good card. And he has a negate. Wow, that's really bad for us. Of course he has a negate. That gives him a boost, plus we lost a guy. Yeah. And he draws a card. Not good. Not good at all. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Eye Blight kills Bonded Construct. Yep. Gets the scry off that. Whoop. He kept on top. Alright. Land. So, options again. I think I play the land so that I can keep up Fiery Impulse and Chandra's Ignition. We can attack him for 5 here. Puts him down to 6. And then yeah, so I'm gonna attack with the Flyers. Sure, tap this Whirler Rogue. Opponent at 6. We have him basically at 2, which means I want to hold up Chandra's Ignition and try to get Molten Vortex, but I want to hold up this Vial as well. I probably Ignition now. He kept the card on top, but then we have to discard. I don't want to keep the Vial so he can't get a free... Well, if we kill the Thopters, he can't make a guy unblockable anyway. I'm going to Chandra's Ignition now. That way he's dead to my Flyers. He does get to scry a bunch, though. And I discard, I guess, Fiery Impulse, since Molten Vortex gives me an alternative way to win next turn. I do like that I get to clear off 3 of his guys here. And his scries, also, we're not feeling Shadows of the Past, since 2 of them are going to the graveyard, or aren't going to the graveyard. Oh yeah, he only gets 1 scry because they actually have to go to the graveyard. So I have to discard, I guess, yeah, discard. I hate to do it, but Fiery Impulse. Each creature that player controls. Why did the Thopters not die? Oh, Chandra's, okay. Chandra's Fury hasn't resolved yet. He just used the Husk. I was like, I'm pretty sure those Thopters die. Oh, he does get to scry off of the Thopters. Okay. Interesting. So we put the glass card on the bottom, which means he doesn't know what he's drawing next turn. And we have our opponent at 2, so he has to deal with both of our Flyers. And we draw a land, we can win with Molten Vortex. But we're not exactly... Well, he does need an answer for both of these. If he just attacks with Thief, I think I put Cobble Brute in front of it. Okay, he's going all in here. So Cobble Brute blocks Nantuko Husk. I take 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, potentially more. If he prowesses, he draws a card and gets to scry a bunch. What happens if I just block the husk, or block here? I could take 2, 4, 6, 8, and he could eat this for 10, puts me at 7, but then he doesn't draw an extra card. Also, he would have to prowess this in order to have survive Cobble Brute, and then if he eats it, I'm taking 8. He still needs an answer for both of these flyers. What goes wrong here? 2, 4, 6, 8. 10, potentially. I think I just want to stop him from drawing another card. And if he has to waste a spell to keep his guy alive, or to kill my Cobble Brute, then that's less mana he has to spend. Alright, so he's just going to eat the Thief to the Husk. Here's what he could do, is sacrifice 2 more creatures to the Husk and have Shadows of the Past active. I think he has 2 in the graveyard now that he ate the Thief. I take 10 there. Let's see if he does that, because that essentially puts him at 4 and me at 5, and then I have to win on my following turn. But he has to use 5 mana to do that, and I'm still coming at him for 5 in the air. Guiltleaf Winnower. Does that kill either of my flyers? No, it does kill Cobble Brute though. He's still dead to the flyers? Gets to scry again. Alright, let's just attack. I don't think there's anything he can do with 1 black mana. I think the only spell he can actually cast is Touch of Moonglove. I think we just narrowly get to pull the win out here. That was very close. I feel like I'm pretty much... Well, I don't think I was dead on my next turn. Well, with Menace, maybe. I could stop that from attacking and then have 2 blockers. I should have played the Charging Griffin earlier in the game before the Cobble Brute. I didn't see the Whirler Rogue coming, but very good deck from my opponent. He's playing the type of deck that I like to play, but very close. Yeah, I started to feel uneasy about that after the Whirler Rogue dropped and he started drawing cards, but he also just drew a bunch of cards from his deck, probably looking for a specific answer. All those scries didn't benefit him. I thought it was weird that he kept a card on top, and maybe I read that wrong, but it looked like he kept a card on top multiple times, and then with the last scry decided to put it on the bottom. I'm not sure, but that was a good game. We're up a game. I will see you all for round 2. Alright, thanks for watching.